Hello there everyone, how is it going? I hope you're all doing very well indeed, keeping safe and staying well. This is Matt the Tomato right here, and welcome back to Emperor. We're playing with the DLC here in EU4 as England. It's the three E's, Europa Universalis, England, and Emperor. So, in the last episode we snagged one province off of Brittany and one province off of Burgundy. Burgundy's still in the Union. Under Brittany, but is being supported by three different people, and I'm very surprised they haven't declared independence yet, because there's no truce or anything, so I'm confused as to why they haven't declared independence. But that's okay. The longer they don't declare independence, the longer, obviously, they are hindering themselves, so don't care. The big downside, of course, is that once they do declare independence, they're going to have these three allies. So Sweden and Denmark together as allies, that could be an interesting one. I'm not sure that'll last, because Sweden and Denmark hate each other. And by both of them allying Burgundy, they will in fact hinder each other's progress. So, unless they're quite happy to fight Burgundy. But yeah, I'm not too sure that that's going to help them, so that's okay for us. So it was Castile that made it to our green. 25 a year though, that's really bad. Yeah. So it was Castile that made it there. I was thinking maybe Portugal might have made it there, but no. So Castile made it there. No colonising going on down here. So Portugal must be going in the Caribbean, which makes sense. I imagine that that's what they're doing. But apart from that, I don't think there's any other colonising, because Castile will struggle here because they are quite weak. Aragon... economic and offensive. Aragon can sometimes take exploration ideas. Sometimes Holland can do it as well, but we have just taken them out. So Denmark can do it at a later stage of the game, but usually quite unlikely. Norway is another candidate, but we're currently annexing them. So yeah, absolutely nothing there. So yeah, so we may have a free hand with quite a bit of colonising, and we could have an even bigger free hand if we decide to kill Portugal, which could be quite fun. I might wait until they maybe get a colonial nation going, though, because then what we can do is, with the colonial nation, we can then say, well, if they create a colonial nation, we can then turn around and attack Portugal, weaken Portugal so that the colonial nation will declare independence. Then we just go and attack the colonial nation, because they'll be weak. So they won't have many friends. So that could be a thing. The other option we could take is, instead of colonising that early on, we could maybe look into something like religious ideas, which could be good. In particular, we haven't taken many religious ideas here. And our reform desire is pretty high, so if this Centre of Reformation decided to start converting stuff around here, it wouldn't have a very hard time. And I think once it's done some of these immediate provinces, it may well jump across the ocean here. The other thing that might happen, though, is Reformed. Now, I'd be interested to see what happens with that. Diplotech. Right. The big one I'm waiting for here is Dutch. I want the Dutch to appear here, and as soon as that appears, I'm immediately converting it. We've only got 49 more years before that, you know, those rebels might fire. So the way we see this is basically separatism is still at 10.5. So whilst there's separatism, there's not a lot we can do. We could potentially state the area up, which would potentially help. Not very much, though. We only own 2 of the provinces there anyway, so it's not really worth it. Actually, what am I doing? Why am I just improving relations with Portugal there? I should just be saying allies. We've got 3 allies right now. We should be doing the rounds with our allies here. So Austria relations are still good. Could pad this army out here as well. Although we are going to inherit some Norwegian troops, so probably don't need to. Papal State has peaced out with the Ottomans. Also, they took a whole load of money, so. What are we going to do with these diplomates? Oh, we've gone past 1500 and colonialism hasn't spawned. That is very interesting. So if we would happen to pick up Quest for the New World, we might have got that to spawn. Because Portugal's struggling with rebels. could well have done, you know. Yeah, we could have possibly got colonialism to spawn in our country, but we went with quality ideas instead. So, and I don't regret that. Genuinely don't regret that. But I would like another person to attack, and currently we don't have anybody else to attack. That's the thing. And Portugal will have the same truce as us, so it's, yeah, doesn't really matter on that front. Norway hasn't fabricated claims. What do we have? Yeah. No point in trying to humiliate rivals, they're too far away. Picardy has been cored. We could fabricate claims in and around here. The downside to that is obviously HRE. Incur the wrath of Austria. Do we go ahead and... Oh, provinces and states have to be parliaments. Right. I feel like this should be a parliamentary seat, because after all this is... or this one even. Oh no, that one already is. We haven't got any over here, have we? No, they're all on the mainland. So how about we go and pick one in Europe here? Which one has the highest base tax? Maine. It'd take more to swing it, though. That's the downside. So let's just go. Production efficiency, sailors modifier. Let's go Cotentin over here. Let's give that one a seat in Parliament. We'll probably end up doing the same as something like Bordeaux as well, but we're okay at the moment. Possibly another imperial reform coming in soon. Also, possibility of picking up some more papal stuff as well. We probably take the papal legate again for the extra diplomatic reputation. I think that's definitely what we'll do. Yeah, we've also got the money to invest in ships. That's the other thing. We have got money to invest in ships. We also have a bit more force. Actually, I'm going to go with a couple more galleys here. Let's go with a couple more of those. Pad that out. Portugal is now the papal controller. Okay, we'll see what golden bull they decide to pick. Papal state have set Brittany as their rival. And before the papacy goes and supports Burgundy's independence. The most overkill war in history. So they picked development cost and tolerance of heathens. Okay, that's fair enough. I like the cheap development cost is good. Yeah, there it is. It's over there. Good, good, good. Yeah, it is cheap to develop here. So if colonialism were to fire, then I'd probably dump a lot of these diplo points into London here. Possibly some of the military points as well, but not as much. There we go. Birth of colonialism. Right. So, oh, I should have looked at where that spawned. That was silly. So yeah, it did spawn over here. But the big thing to consider, it is spreading in these provinces, which is great because we're friends with Portugal. So that's going to spread across here, which means we'll get a bit of an advantage early on over some of the other people because it's going to spread in our country first. So first thing I'm going to do then is I'm going to dump a pile of diplo points into London here, just to move that along a little bit, but also it's going to make London a really good province anyway. But yeah, this is going to move here. No way! What the fuck? Holy shit! What the fuck? Oh my goodness gracious me! Wow! Right! I wonder whether Brittany was possibly an eligible rival there, but that is mad! Is that normal now? That can't be. That can't be normal. Let's crack down on the heresy. What on earth is this? This is a massive Brittany now. Well, they're not as strong as Burgundy, so I feel like they could potentially be easier, but... Whoa! Okie dokie! They're going to pick up a whole lot of new allies now, for sure. A lot of people have just decided they hate them as well, so Denmark and Sweden have decided they hate them as well. So, oh god. This is turning quite weird over here. Not entirely sure as to what to think, but they'll pick up a few extra allies, no doubt, because they've now got borders with the HRE. It's obviously going to piss off Austria, though, which is good, because we're obviously friends with Austria and we have interest in Brittany's lands, so by annoying... Also, they've pissed off the Pope, and so they might get excommunicated, which could be good. What happened here? Ooh! Ottoman ceded a province to the Polish. Very interesting. Okay, we'll lose the legitimacy. That's fine. We got good legitimacy. No issue there. Austria set Hungary as... Hungary... That's quite funny. So the Ottomans didn't break as hard as I thought they might do. So they can now turn their full attention back to the Mamluks. So, although Tunis is absolutely destroyed over here. So, yeah. It's turned out maybe okay-ish for the Ottomans then. Which is slightly annoying because I was hoping that they would actually break over there. Could actually be quite fun to go down there and challenge some of that, but I'm more interested in this ludicrous Brittany right now. What are they doing? They're guaranteeing the independence of Mulhouse. Okay. What even? I think, no, the rebels are still here. I thought for a second Portugal had destroyed their rebels, but no, they haven't. The rebels are still there. They're sieging Lisbon currently. Let's fabricate our final claim on Castilian territory here. There's nothing more we can do there. So we might as well bring him home. We could fabricate further on Brittany territory now. Yeah, I think we'll do that. Huge spy network detection rate there as well, because their prestige is rubbish. Did they go bankrupt? They must have done. That's why nobody's interested in an alliance right now. I think they went bankrupt. But, yeah, that's interesting. So, yeah, we might as well build a spy network there whilst we can. Not far off another government reform. Yeah, we put in some galleys over there, didn't we? Yeah, that's nice. Okay, just a few extra ships to help out there is good. But eventually we really are going to want to go into heavies. Just a few galleys initially is good to help out. Also, if we do end up fighting in some inland seas, like over here for Denmark and Sweden and stuff like that, having galleys mixed in with the heavies is a really, really good idea. But long term, we're definitely going to want to go heavies. In particular, Norway has a heavy in there, so that's quite useful. Not sure how many of the transports we'll keep. We'll probably keep the lights. Might not keep all the transports, though. Although having a fleet... Oh, there's a galley in here. So actually we may do, then. I didn't realise there was a galley in there. I think that was stolen from a previous war. It must have been. Yeah, okay then, but that's fine. We'll put that into the fleet there of big ships, the main battle fleet. That's fine. We can tech up on Diplo. Actually, no, we can tech up on military. Okay. But no, I think we'll wait. No rush right now. Have the French teched up, just out of curiosity? No, they haven't. I didn't think so. Nor has Brittany, nor has Castile, Aragon. Nah, no one's teched up, so we're not in any rush to tech up at all here. Portugal, nah, nobody's teched up, so we're okay. We could maybe take one more clergy influence here. We could take the papal clergy land rights for extra governing capacity. I suppose. We lose 5% crown land for that, though, and that would take us below the 30%, which is currently not what we want. So we could do the papal emissary for some extra papal influence. I'm quite keen on this one, though, the missionary maintenance cost. Could do the monopoly on wool, but I don't think so. I'm keen on the missionary maintenance cost over here. Let's pick up that one. Move that one in there. And we could do clergy land rights at some point, but at the moment we don't really need to, because our governing capacity is high enough anyway from technology. So I think I'll just switch to the missionary maintenance, and if we get a chance to renew that, then we will. Just to switch that up a little bit there. Yeah, that's fine. Good. Okay. I think that could really help us out in any situation where we might require conversions. So, how are we doing? Yeah, so slow spread. Yeah, good spread, actually. Very good spread. And it will just start spreading in these provinces across here, so eventually we'll get some good spread over here. So for a while we're going to have a bit of a tech penalty, but then it's not going to spread in any other countries around here. We're going to get it first. Portugal will get it first, but then over here Castile will get it. But then, yeah, so we'll because we got these holdings over here, it's actually humongously advantageous at the moment to just leave Portugal as a friend. The other thing we need to do is pick up the diplomatic reputation from the Pope. Switzerland has declared a reconquest war on Brittany. With Bavaria Papal State. Really? That's very interesting. Yeah, that's good. Because it keeps Brittany busy during this this truce timer that we got with them. Keeps them busy. Good, good. Okay. Oh! The Netherlands have declared independence. Seriously? We're going to get massive unrest around here. Shit. There we go. Right, we're going to have to fight Dutch rebels. Shit, that is so early. No way. No way. I can't believe that. I thought it was 1550. Oh, I must be going mad. Maybe it isn't. Crap. We're going to get massive rebellion over there. The Dutch rebels are amongst the worst in the game as well. They're huge. Countries here are going to join in as well, and oh my god. We're going to struggle to keep hold of this. What's the separatism? Still 9. It's still really high. We could try to... Oh, they're also a Protestant country. Okay. Wow. Jesus. Okay, 15% over here. Yeah, that's going to be brutal. That really is. We're going to get some serious rebellion over there. Because these events, it doesn't matter about the unrest, it's the events that fire. Is it even worth it? I suppose it is, but... Ugh. Pain in the ass. Cardinal administration expired. Okay, the Reformation has branched out. Okay, so now we have reform. This is all happening really early. This is a lot faster than anticipated, and it's a bit scary. Right, so Brittany's in trouble here. Marital Bliss. Yeah, no, sure. Let's take the union bring benefits, gain the base tax. Sure. Yeah. Absolutely. Oh, wow. This is all happening so fast. Wow. This is amazing. Right. Fabricate claim. I guess I'm interested in this zone, really, but I've got a free hit with this zone, that's the thing, because nobody else is going to take this land. So, have they gone bankrupt again? Yeah, they have. Okay, so they're in trouble. This is where I wish I could declare war, but yeah. So, a lot of this territory is going to be grabbed here. Utrecht has joined the Republic, so yeah, all of a sudden the Netherlands is pretty big, and it's going to be a problem because we're going to get events to have this switch over here. It's a real pain in the ass. Do we have... We could promote the Dutch as an accepted culture if we went and stated the land. We could do. But I prefer to convert it. It's going to cause all sorts of trouble. Is the Netherlands part of the HRE? Yes, they are. Okay. So I'm imagining this is a humongous war now. Yeah, Sweden and Denmark joined the Netherlands in their fight there. Wow. I didn't think the Netherlands would form that early. I thought I had time, but clearly I don't. Castile has declared on Granada. Okay. Friesland joins the Republic. It's happening. That province might end up revolting as well. Could be trouble over there, I'm not going to lie. Could be some really, really big trouble. Do we take 5% on all of this? We could do. To upgrade the infantry early could be a good idea, especially if we're going to face revolts here. We'll hold off a bit longer, we'll see. So yeah, we're still barely getting anything out of this here. Pretender rebels. Oh, that's funny. Okay, so Brittany is going to lose a lot of land here for sure. Is Jenna involved in all them wars as well? They are. Okay, I thought as much. But if Brittany loses these wars, they're going to lose a lot of territory. And probably by that point, they'll be extremely vulnerable, so we'll be able to snag the rest. So I think they'll lose this top section. I think they'll lose this bottom section. So they might have the middle section and then this available for us. But otherwise, it's going to be hard going over this way. Because they're part of the HRE, so we would have to piss off Austria, basically. Oh, you're only 16. I was going to say there was a disputed succession available there. I was sort of thinking, that could be interesting. Wallachia, Brunswick, 41 years. Could be interesting to pop our name into the hat in Brunswick at 41. Could be. 41's not that old, though. Ooh! Austria and Brittany are friends. Seriously? What the hell is going on here? Okay, Queen Consort of the People for national unrest or legitimacy. We don't really need the national unrest, I don't think. Not really. But we could take it. But no, I don't think it's worth it until the death of our ruler. So no, we'll just take the legitimacy, even though we don't need the legitimacy either. But I'm going to just bank the money. Because it could be that we maybe need to hire mercs for the potential rebels over here, but also to embrace the colonialism over here. We're going to need quite a bit of money, so it's worth banking. I might, however, build a couple of shipyards. I'll definitely build one in London. So yeah, I'll build a couple of those shipyards to increase our naval force limit here. And I want to invest that into a pile of heavies, basically. So I want to invest in heavies. So we'll wait for them to build. Oh, pardon me, wow. Probably another imperial reform is going to be fired here. Is Austria... Oh, Austria has joined all those wars. So with Austria allying themselves up with Brittany, they have been called into these wars. I'm not sure that was smart. I'm really not sure that was smart. Epic art produced to gain prestige. Well, that's a nice little event. I genuinely think that wasn't very smart. Not sure how long Austria is going to lie around here. Okay, modifier expired there for event. We're going to inherit some troops over here at some point. Guild privileges defended has expired. Okay, that was a good little event, that one. Wallachia at 51 years. Over here. Fair enough. Hello with Byzantium. Where's Byzantium? Oh, they're over here. They still exist. It's quite good. Being subsidised by the Mamluks as well. So truces then. What are we interested in here? So 3 years' time is Castile. Extension of the monopoly on wine. Yes, we will do that. Absolutely. So yeah, I think we're just going to go into Castile again as soon as the truce expires. Apparently we like them. Obviously they hate us, but apparently we like them, but I don't know. Yeah, we're going to go into Castile, I think, is our next war, so we'll wait for that truce to expire. So we need to keep fabricating claims, so we got Armor, Vante. Oh, okay, we need to do a new parliamentary debate. Anjou, Artois. Let's go Finisterre. I'm just going to fabricate for these provinces in and around here. Makes a bit more sense. We're probably going to be able to tech up in the new year as well. Let's start a debate. Yearly prestige. Culture conversion cost. Are there any... It's not really worth it right now. So, land maintenance modifier and land attrition then. So we've already got a 60% chance. A few people are backing it already. Bit of influence to the estates. And yeah, a bit of prestige. There we go. Cheaper land maintenance modifier. That'll be okay. That will help significantly. Let's also go ahead and build some taxation buildings over there. That'll be good. Okay, autosave, down into the new year. That should mean, yes, technology discounts. So we'll take all of our technologies. There we go. Take the military one as well. Fabulous. So we will upgrade the troops. Condotter infantry, I think we'll go for. Yep, we're all good on that front. And then if we grab the ships, we can spend 350 ducats on upgrading the heavies, which is what I want to do. We can also upgrade the lights as well, so I might do that. Let's just dock up here as well and upgrade the lights. They shouldn't be as expensive. No, 275. Let's upgrade our ships. Make sure we're up to date with the ships here. And then send them to protect trade again over here, and so that way when the ships are repaired, they can they'll go back out and protect trade. Jolly good. Okay, so we're up to date with our troops. We're up to date with our navy. Portugal has embraced colonialism, so we should start getting some movement. No, oh yeah, because those problems. Yeah, we're getting some movement in some of these other provinces now as well. Good stuff. Okay. So that will continue to happen. We're nearly there with our government reform progress as well. In fact, we're really close now. Brittany's getting its ass kicked in many wars. We are going to jump in there at some point, but I think the next war is just going to be against Castile. We've got a couple of years before the truce expires, and once again, it's going to drag in Portugal, but. I don't know. I mean, what? It's just one of them things. It's the way they ally. We could break the alliance if we wanted to. We could fleece more money out of Portugal by maybe ransacking some more of their land. But in general, yeah, just continue taking their money as and when. And eventually, if Castile is small enough, we'll probably just go in and attack Portugal. I'm very shocked that Aragon has not declared war on Castile here. Very shocked that that's not happened. Even in this whole time we've been at truce and stuff like that, it's not happened. Oh, Morocco has declared against Sousse. Does that not mean Portugal has joined it? No! Portugal refused to join. That's very interesting. They did not join the war. Okay. Sure. And we can take a government reform. So, the administrative cadre. So we can go with admin advisors cheaper, and clergy loyalty equilibrium a little bit. Yeah, that's quite good. Leader cost minus 10%. That's not bad. Or overall advisors cost for burghers loyalty equilibrium. See, leader cost is great. It's only 5 mil points though, isn't it? It's not a lot. I'm quite tempted by this one. The overall advisor discount is very good. Also, the equilibrium for the burghers is nice. This one's good, but it only benefits administrative advisor costs, whereas this one benefits all advisors. So I'm going to go with this one here. We'll pick that one up, and then we'll move obviously into the next one, tier 5. Okay, right. So that's it for now then. So cheers for watching, guys. This has been myself, Matty Tomato. Be sure to subscribe to follow the series, and join me next time for more EU4 and our playthrough here as England in the Emperor DLC. See you later.